This is the second part of this story. Anna was walking, and the girls were giving her chocolates and Miko was angry because it was her 5th round. Ichikawa was peeking and he got nothing but to watch her. In the class, Miko gave the boys chocolate and our man was left with one, which was picked by Anna, and he was empty-handed. Sho was happy because he got a heart-shaped nut in the chocolate. Now in the library, Anna asked him to play shogi and he said he didn't know the rules, but she forced him, and they started playing with chocolates. They were fully concentrated and somehow our handsome won it and she gave him all the chocolates. He was shocked and she was blushing. He packed all the chocolates, and they started moving. They came to class. Everyone was talking about the special chocolates they got, and Ichikawa was embarrassed. Even after school he was thinking about Anna's chocolates and suddenly, she grabbed him and took him aside. She saw Hara and Kenta exchanging chocolates and she ran away. Our man thought her unpredictable and they started walking together. While walking she tried to ask him if he likes things like that, but he said the school was a place of learning, not for stuff like this. He was about to leave, and she asked for a lift. She was close to him, and they started talking about the past and she had something buried inside her and she suddenly asked for food. They went to the store and saw chocolates but turned their faces. He bought her a chocolate cake and she tried to ask him if he had got any special chocolate till now. But he refused and she gave him the chocolate cake and his face got a little too. She came close to him slowly and told him about it. She said goodbye and she went away. He was guilty and having some kind of burden and went to the store again. She was also feeling weird and turned. Our hero was there and with great motivation, he gave her the chocolates and said she had told him that she was a guy for the day, so he ran away. At night he was stressed and suddenly got a message. He went out and our brave lady was waiting for him. She told him that she was on a walk, and they started walking. They bought a drink, and she gave him. They sat and she started talking. She was behaving weirdly, and she asked about his chocolates, and he said he got no chocolates but was thinking about her. He also asked about her and she thought about him and said no. She asked if the drink was bitter, and she offered him a cake. He tried to read what was written but she divided it. She was happy but suddenly started crying, and when he tried to cheer her up, she asked for a hug and our brave man gave her a warm hug. Our lady was healed. Now he was thinking about the cake and came to know that she likes him. The next day they were blushing and said hello to each other. The boys were talking about the white day in their presence, and our man also got frustrated about how he'd return the price of chocolates to Anna. Kenta was also giving them hints and they were stressed to get any idea. They were shocked to hear that our man also got some chocolates and Anna was hearing. Now Ichikawa and Sho were leaving, and they were still unsure about the present and met with Haruya. Sho asked him about some ideas and Ichikawa was against Haruya's plans, but Ichikawa tried to explain how he felt about such feelings and Sho got stressed and ran away. Our man was also leaving but Anna summoned him, and when Haruya came he got jealous. Now they were walking together, and he was telling her about the healing of his arm and asked if they'd continue going to school together. She agreed and she suddenly remembered something and gave her bag to him. She started taking out the receipts of things and our man was shocked because her bag was a garbage bag. Suddenly she pulled out a ticket and showed him. The movie was on the way, and she wanted to see it. She was still finding something and showed him a ribbon Miko gave her, and she asked to click some of his pictures. He was wearing her cardigan, and she ran to him and took out the other ticket from the pocket. She gave him the ticket and was about to leave when he stopped her and asked if he could join her. She was very happy. They were on a train and started talking. They were shy, and our man got his thoughts and was nervous. They were ready and she suddenly decided to eat something. When they went to order there was Kana. They were shocked to see each other. Now they sat for order and Kana tried to tease them that it was ridiculous to go on a date in school uniform, but they were okay with that and she left. Our man was curious if that was a date and they saw Kana and she was yelled at by someone, but Ichikawa said it was her job, so it was fine. Now they were served the food and Kana tried to threaten him, but he was strong. Now Anna tried to eat the food and she was messing. She asked him if he could join her for the shoot, which was next Sunday, and he agreed. Her happiness was out of the explanation. Now there was only the last ball and he told her to cool it first and she asked him. Our graceful man started cooling it for her and she opened her mouth. It was a love-full scene. Kana told them that they didn't have to pay the bill and they left. They got the snacks for the film and sat on their seats. She told him about her job and said she wanted to see the movie to get acknowledged for the acting, and he remembered the time when he watched a season only to see Anna. Suddenly she woke him up and it was a kiss scene. He was shy, but she was enjoying it because it was what we call love. They were going back, and she was happy, but she asked if he was okay because they had spent the day doing the things she liked. Our man said he wanted to know more about her, and she got happy. While going back they were playing a game and she won that too. At home he woke Kanna up and asked if he was looking good and he left. It was too early because he wanted to see Anna at her work. He bought a cake for her and went to the destination. It wasn't crowded, and she saw him. He hid and ran away. He was thinking that they all were grown up and he was nothing but the kid, and suddenly she came. She asked if he was alright and he was a bit off. She told him that she wasn't very bold or modern before, but since they had met, and he cheered her up, she felt amazing in everything. He thought that if she was the only schoolgirl then he might never like her, so grabbed her hand and went to the shoot back. They were holding hands, and her manager came. He tried to talk, and she stopped him. They were sitting, and everyone was making weird faces, and suddenly another model came. She was also pretty, but she started screaming in Anna's nap and the shoot started. The manager again came to him and said he knew about him. Because Anna didn't hide things from him and the manager told him that Ichikawa was special to her, he was her pride and joy. Now they were going back, and she asked about his day, and he showed her a picture of her and said she was cute. Our princess's eyes were sparkling. In school, his teacher asked him for a farewell speech, and he tried to deny it, but Anna came and tried to push him. Other students also came, and they wanted him. Anna was also very excited, and our man had no choice but agreed to rehearsal only. They went to the hall, and when he came to the mic, he was freaked out at seeing the crowd. He started speech, but no one heard a word because he was whispering. His teacher also told him to work on his confidence, but our princess told him that he was cool. She also grabbed him for a practice, and he started speech. She tried to cheer him up and asked why he didn't tell her about his grades, and he said we have to focus of our aim not on showing off things. Suddenly they heard someone, and a girl was asking Haruya for a date, and he refused her by confessing that he had feelings for Anna. Our man was burning in anger, and he decided to prove himself in front of her and Haruya. He started practicing in front of her, and Kanna also tried to help him. He asked money for his haircut because he wanted to look cool and appealing. He started making the notes for haircut, and Kanna was also seeing that. He went to the stylist and got a fancy haircut. Now he started practicing in front of Kanna, and when he went to the school Anna was concerned about his haircut and the other girls were also interested. Surina asked for gel to show and started making his hairs. She made a style but out girl didn't like it, so she started helping him. Chihiro was sad because they were graduating and would change their classes soon, but everything has its own way they went out. Anna and Ichikawa were also sad about it, but they were close. He was all ready but suddenly noticed that his speech was missing. He called Kanna and she also got nerves. He was nervous, and Anna came but he didn't ask for her help. She told him that he could do this and gave him the keychain she had. Kanna was coming to give him the speech and they went to the ceremony. He was very nervous, frustrated, and he was summoned. His teacher held him and said he was their last hope, and he started imagining about himself. Kanna was almost there, but he got his confidence back and started the speech. He thanked everyone, told them to see the future with present eyes. Although he nailed it, he rocked it, and our princess was also proud on her man. Kanna was also happy, and he had a big round of applause. After the speech he went unconscious, and in the nurse office Anna came to him and Haruya also came in. Our man got jealous and returned the keychain and asked for a sleep. Haruya and Anna sat, and they started talking. Haruya's girl with Miko was also peeking. He complimented her hard work and said he always respected her. She appreciated that, and he told her that he likes her, but she said she could understand that feelings. He gave her the button of his shirt, but our cute princess said her hands were full. Because she was already grabbing something and she likes someone else, she started crying and said she can't grab anything else. Our man was also hearing that, and he came to know that she likes him, and Haruya went out. His girl tried to yell at him, but he was chill. Our man also came out and Haruya tried to stop him, but his princess came out and they walked away, because sometimes few seconds are enough. Subscribe to our channel for latest updates.